Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armoured Warfare. In a game of global operations here, of course there is only one map currently for this game mode, but it's a pretty good one, other than the fact that it doesn't really run very well on my system because it's quite big, and you know, Armoured Warfare is in desperate need of some more optimizations, and maybe I'm in need of some more hardware, or newer hardware. Anyway, I'm digressing already. We're playing in the T-80. It's a tier 7 main battle tank, Russian main battle tank. It's a very good tank, although in normal PvP scenarios I would prefer a Challenger for that all-round armor. With this, you're basically getting a better gun with a more mobile chassis and much less armor, especially on the sides and the turret. So to begin with every global operations game, you have the two teams spawn and basically mop up any AI they see, especially if you're in these MBTs, which just have no difficulty dealing with things like an M1A2 Abrams. There we go, one shot on the side of him, and we put one into the back of T-80 MS as well. So we've done 1100 damage already. The main reason you should target those guys at the beginning of the game is they remove 10 points from the enemy team if you get them. That was a really nice hit into C1 area there. Those criticals into engine bays. As you can see, the rear of the area has not got sufficient armor, and you can get really nice critical damage on that area. Now, if there was an enemy tank facing me right now from the side here, they could easily penetrate me like that Challenger, but he doesn't seem to be focusing me because there is a Centauro in a T-80 MS in front of him. He's got his hands full, in other words. I had a shot right there, but I feel that if I fired, I probably would have killed that guy in the Centauro. So instead we push up, put a shot into that Leopard 2A6, and get into cover behind this set of containers. Looking for a shot in the driver's hatch, he turns his turret to the side and we take him out. We did manage to avoid a shot from something in the distance, but there is a Leopard there that we need to deal with. Now he goes down instead. So we managed to take control of the aircraft carrier. Now the aircraft carrier is quite a key position, but I wouldn't say it's safe at all, because it's A, in the middle of the map, and B, it's where a lot of MBTs go. You can get hit from several different angles from this bridge. Artillery fire can also hit you, except if you're behind these containers. If you go to either end of the container edges, however, artillery will hit you. And there you can see one shot from probably a Paladin or similar. This is, of course, a tier 9 maximum game. I am bottom of the food chain right now. However, the main strength of the T-80 in this kind of scenario is its firepower, so we're going to do what we can. Of course, that M112A is not really a problem for our gun, as he has very little armor. Type 98 used to be very bad in terms of its low plate, but for us, that was a non-penetration since they buffed that vehicle, I believe, a couple of patches back. It is in desperate need of being buffed, as that vehicle, well, I don't really see anyone play it in normal PvP because, well, you can pen it right there on the driver's hatch, but that is a Soviet problem as well. And like the T-80 here, the side armor is bad, so we managed to get another shot in before he dives into cover. Now, I'm not sure if our side armor is quite as bad as that guy's, or in fact his is slightly better, but remember that Type 98 is a tier higher than us. Looking for a way to retreat here, but I get taken out by a 2A6. I didn't realise I was on that low HP, but oh well, there's a respawn in this game mode, so 17 seconds later we can do that. In terms of our team, we are currently losing by around 200 tickets. Instead, but we do have control of objectives 1 and 3. So we're back in the game now, and I believe at 10-minute mark the objectives will change. That has been a change in the UI I've noticed at the top. In the beta test of this, sorry, the what's it called? The public test server, PTS. The objectives changed slightly before the 10-minute mark. But there used to be like a pie chart at the top. I don't know why that's gone. Maybe they didn't really like it. Also, there's a weird bug there with those pillboxes on that deployment only, I've noticed, where most of them have 250 hit points, whereas one of them has 50, so you could just run into it and it would be destroyed. So that's probably a bug. Maybe they already know about it, I don't know. Or if it's intended, I don't really know why it would be. But I'm just going to assume it isn't. There's a C1 area yet, and I believe we shot at that guy earlier. Missiles coming in, you can see how quickly they fire, and they are exceptionally devastating. They penetrate every single time, from what I've noticed, no matter what angle you're at. Even in the most heavily armoured tanks, like the Challenger 2 and the T-14 Armata, every single time I've been hit by that thing, it would pen me. Although, one of those shots was in fact from a Warrior, so the Warrior probably can just penetrate us anyway. I know the Warrior's recently been given ATGMs, so I don't know the actual stats that those rockets have on that vehicle. We're unfortunate not to penetrate there. Goes into the track of the Challenger 2. His angle was side onto us. Trying to angle here, but going over that rise would mean no gun depression. We get another opportunity here, looking for the back of the turret. There it is. Instead of the mid turret where the armour is thicker. He's now angled, so there's probably no point in shooting at him, as he's just going to rock back and forth, and keep his weakness, which is the driver's hatch and Challenger 1, 2 and ATDU, hidden. Instead, we're going to look for shots on the side here. They're behind cover again. But he's back there, and we're unspotted. Looking for a side shot again. Very heavily armoured tank, that Challenger 2, but we can penetrate his side with, I believe, about 500 odd pen on these AP rounds. Second shot, however, because he angles just a tad, doesn't penetrate. Ricochets at 62 degrees. Our reload time is 7 seconds on this tank. The DPM is very high. The side armour, as I said earlier, is pretty bad. We get penned by an autocannon in the side. About 100 odd pen from that gun, probably 150 perhaps. Missiles are devastating, so we repair our tracks, reload a heat round, do 700, close to 700 damage. So you can see roughly the damage is about 550, 560 with AP rounds, and then a bit more with these. There's those ATGMs, those javelins, so cool, but the UI is kind of bugged at the top there. They're called _short for some reason. So we die again. But, you know, this game mode is quite refreshing in the fact that if you die or make a mistake or just get caught out and, you know, nothing you can really do about it kind of thing, you can respawn. The game is not over. But, well, to be honest, it pretty much is. Currently, as we have only 1,200 odd tickets to their 1,800. Also, I haven't mentioned this, but when you spawn you get an invulnerability grace period, which only lasts 20 seconds, so for vehicles which camp the spawns, some vehicles I've noticed some players doing such a thing, you might not even get out of spawn before you get targeted. Oh, those missiles are so devastating. I'm not sure if they're too good. The HP of these pillboxes isn't, certainly. It does force you to fire and retreat and fire and retreat and fire and retreat. So they are a pickup, obviously, so anyone could get them. Depends what vehicle you're in, obviously. If you're fast, they might not be able to target you. If you have APS, you're going to absorb one shot at least. There has been one thing I've noticed with ATGMs is when those ATGMs on those pillboxes are fired from friendly pillboxes and they go past your vehicle with APS, your APS gets activated and knocks one of their missiles out the sky. Maybe could be tweaked to fix this. I'm not sure really why that's a thing. Maybe it was intended, maybe not, I don't actually know. tell me if that's happened to you, but it's definitely happened to me a couple of times. So, moving forward here, objectives have changed once again. Enemies in control of 6 and 7, 8 and 9. Bit of a freeze here. It's because my friend was calling me on Skype and I was accidentally logged in. Seems the recording didn't pick up the Skype noises though, so no matter. There's that M128 from earlier. Managed to get a shot in, as you can see, defender medal. Blind shot, but we still hit him. Block a shot from the Centaur. Moving up into cover. There's that Challenger 2 from earlier. We can't pen his turret, but we can pen him if we can get a shot off. Only 300 damage as it is his gun. It's unarmed, it's unmanned, so you're going to do less damage. Just trying to get a sneaky shot into his underbelly there, but only hit his tracks. Another shot on that M128. Nope, not going to happen. He comes around the corner blazing. BMD4 needs to be taken out. Managed to get 600 damage into him with an AP round actually, so that's not bad. And quickly try and get around the side of this Challenger 2, looking for a shot on his flat side armor. Not going to happen until he turns his turret. We get a shot on the move there. Get behind him. Type 98. Oh god, there's another Type 98 on the enemy team. This is getting pretty chaotic right now. We get another shot into the Challenger 2. This BMP ranker is trying to get as many shots in. We get hit in the rear by the M128. Get one more shot into the Type 98 before the M128 reloads and takes us out. That was very chaotic at the end. Probably the most chaotic battle I've had, or part of the battle anyway, I've had in this game mode so far. A lot of people feel that MBTs are somewhat restricted, maybe in the mid-tiers. The higher tier MBTs are quite good, especially the Leopards, Leopard 2A7s and such. But a lot of AFVs are being played in this game mode, which is quite nice to see, as they have a lot more room to maneuver and can be a lot more effective. So we lost, but never mind, that's just the way the dice rolled today. Our team didn't do what we needed to do, including myself, but you know, 12,000 damage in a tier 9 game is not bad for Global Ops. Top player on their team was a tier 9 Leopard 2A6, but he did 14,000 damage, so he did better. Anyway, that was the T-80, a good tank, not as well armoured as the Challenger, as I said, but still good nonetheless. There is also a premium variant of it you can buy, but of course it is just the same tank with sorry, not lacking, with a different camo and make more money because it's premium. I'm looking forward to seeing how they change the T-80, as I believe they'll be moving the T-80 down a tier and then variant the T-80 ERA and better side armor. Sometime. I read that on the forums. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I've been Geogen, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.
Identify. Hostile PC.